We are John and Ellie, the Barefoot Doctors. Join us on this new chapter on our brand new Leopard 45 catamaran as we unearth the jewels of the Med. And the world. Because life is better barefoot. So this morning it's early in Australia. We call it Sparrow's Fart. We are headed for Elba. We have just left Corsica. We're headed for Elba, which is the closest island in Italy. So officially we'll be in Italy this afternoon, all going well. So we're all pretty excited and we're ready to soak up some Italian vibes. About the rope.
Clear on the rope.
Clear on the rope.
Okay.
Navigating marinas can sometimes be tricky, and we find it best if I give distance to John on the port side, coming in and out. Come over this way a bit more. No wind yet today, but we live in hope and we raise the sails. The eternal optimists. Au revoir, Corsica! Folks, so everything's all secure and we're underway, and now we're going to have some breakfast. So Nat and I are cooking up frittata. So we're giving the eggs a beating in here, and we've got some bread that we're restoring back to life in the oven, and yeah, we're going to cook a nice frittata for the cruise. So this passage is going to take us probably about 7 to 8 hours, so this will be a nice hearty breakfast.
Okay, so we have just left Corsica, which is France, and we're heading to Elba, which is Italy. Therefore, we need to go through quarantine. So this is a yellow Q flag, which is a quarantine flag. We take down the French flag and put up the quarantine flag so that the Italians know that we should be doing customs and clearance when we enter their waters. As we sail away from Corsica, you start to see the magnitude of it. There's the north end up there, and as we go down here, it's still going off, disappearing into the distance there where you see the clouds. So absolutely enormous.
We're all pretty excited to explore Italy's Elba. Finally wind. This makes for a happy captain. With our Q flag flying, we approach Elba, noticing straight away the difference in architecture from Corsica, France, and loving the number of sailing boats we see. There are cute little beach clubs dotted all along the coast with brightly coloured umbrellas and very brown bodies. The wind's picking up to 20 knots now, and it's in the right direction, and we are scooting along. The sailor in John likes to keep those sails up as long as he possibly can. But okay, close enough, roll them in. We know what to expect with med moorings, stern to, and someone to catch our lines. Nice. Arrived. This is what we were cooking. Underway. Passage food. This is what we would call damper or scones. And they should be delicious.
Oh, or as they say,
Look at that, cooked to perfection.
scrumdiddlyumptious.
Halfway. Hot butter,
Strawberry jam.
strawberry jam. And it's still hot actually.
If you remember in the last episode, the French customs had no requirements of us to check out. Coming into Italy, we did check the regulations very carefully, and both Rod Heichel's Italian Waters pilot and all our online investigations said very clearly that non-EU boats did have to check in and needed a constituto. We deliberately booked a marina to check in to get information from them, and they said we did not need to check in. And as a double check, just to be on the safe side, we decided to go to the harbour master, who directed us to the customs offices, and we spoke to a man over a fence who also could not give us an answer. However, he spoke with somebody else who then gave us a telephone number of a woman to call whose name and role we were never informed of. So like good law-abiding citizens, we called this lady. So we own a boat, a sailing boat, and we've come from France, and we want to know if we need to see customs to check in the boat.
Yeah. Usually you have to fill in the maritime declaration of health, send it to the USMA of the harbor where are you arriving.
Oh yeah.
But you have to make to send the email 1 day before your arrival in Italy.
Uh-huh. Oh.
But to the USMA.
USMA.
The USMA is the maritime agency of health.
Okay, and what's their email address then?
Okay, it is USMA uniform Sierra Mike Alpha.
Okay, so can I repeat it to you, please? Uniform
Yes.
Sierra Alpha .it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, thank you very much for your help,
Welcome.
and we will
Bye.
contact them. Thank you. Bye-bye. So, obviously, quite a dilemma. Clearly, we had to send an email to USMA. We could anchor off until we got a response from them. But how long do we wait? We didn't receive any response in the first 24 hours, and in fact have never received any response at all. We had to make the decision just to bite the bullet and carry on living our lives without any paperwork from the Italian authorities. Of course, there is no worry until you get checked out, and this was to happen in about 2 weeks' time. But for now, let's check Elba. Elba, of course, is the place where Napoleon Bonaparte was exiled in 1814, but is also a spectacular island with lovely beaches, pristine white sand, clear water, and historical buildings oozing out of every corner.
As luck would have it, Elba was in the middle of a celebration in the streets with live music, food vendors with international cuisine, and really cool stalls. This tends to happen to us quite regularly while we're cruising. We just seem to be at the right place at the right time. Makes for a nice change.
Okay, so today we're visiting Napoleon Bonaparte's house that he kept in the hills in the middle of Elba. He also had a little cottage in the city as well, which we're going to visit later, hopefully. But right now we're up here in the mountains to see how Napoleon lived when he was in exile from France. Quite a terrible situation for him.
So we've cycled and we've trekked and we're finally here, and it's absolutely stunning. The vegetation, the pine, and you feel like you're in Italy, you know.
And the birds are so noisy. I mean, can we turn the volume down on the birds, please?
So come with us and let's check it out and see what we see.
Vertigo. I'm right here on the precipice, the fin building of Port of Ferraro. Pull the lever, pull the arm down so you've got control here. Choke on, out, yeah. Fully, yeah. So put the accelerator to S, which is actually at low revs, and then you start it. Now put the choke in, and rev it up. Give it a few revs just to warm it up. Yeah. Okay. Now it should run and choke. Shouldn't need any choke.
So what you're witnessing here, guys, is David off on an adventure. John's dropping him to the beach and he's going to climb, apparently, that mountain there. You reckon it's about 1,600 feet. That was Nat's guess. It's actually 1,500 feet. Now he has to go from the back of the boat, which is here, over to the shore and find out, where is he? find out then how he gets on the trail that takes him up that mountain. We'll see how he goes and we'll keep you posted. We set off early for the next adventure. No wind again. It's so calm. How calm? Check this out for mirror calm. So we're underway again, doing a bit of island hopping. And for breakfast, we're going to eat on the way. It's avocado, goat's cheese, tomato, shallots, and topped with our favourite, garlic yogurt. And we see more kindred spirits. David, you got the rope ready for him?
Also, we're trying to go to Capolivieri, which is at the top of the hill, and it's meant to be spectacular views.
Woohoo!
So we're trying to find out where the bus stop is.
And we're all really tired. And it was a huge effort to have to get up because we were all having a nice afternoon kip. So, yeah, it better be good.
We made it
We made it to the bus stop.
With 1 minute to spare. Now we hope the bus is actually going to run on time. We'll see.
And at the top of the hill, we found bustling markets and a holiday vibe. It was well worth the hassle of trying to get up here. And as the sun goes down, we also get some reprieve from the steaming hot day. We're on the top of the world.
It's an Australian occupation. Look out, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
We love Italy.
In what's the town called? Capolivieri. Is that right?
Capolivieri.
Capolivieri.
And we're having pizza. For you, sweet, we have Italian pizza. Buon appetito. And we raise our glasses and toast to another beautiful day together.
Cute.
So join us next week to explore another jewel of the Med. And you can kick off your shoes and come barefoot with us.